What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wages Zone podcast, and we are back, guys. We took a week break. We were not here for the past week. I took a whole week break from soccer, guys. I know you guys have been missing on my videos. I've been getting messages from people on the Instagram telling me that, when am I going to be back, guys? Well, hey, guys, let you guys know, we are back. I am going to be back here every single day posting a whole bunch of content. I'm going to be here doing soccer every single day like usual. I'm going to be doing the NFL on Sundays, Thursdays, Mondays. I'm going to be getting into the NBA, guys, when the season starts. Season's right around the corner. I'm going to be getting to the NBA. I'm also going to do all these MMA events for you guys. This weekend, I got UFC Fight Night. I got PFL's Battle of the Giants coming up. And for this video, guys, as you're tuning in, this is going to be LFA 194. So we have a whole bunch of content for you guys coming in for all you degenerate gamblers out there that want to try to make some money. Let's come out here and try to make some money. Hopefully I give you guys some great picks. So if you guys are here listening to this video, like the video, click that thumbs up. It helps me generate more people to my videos. And also, guys, click that subscribe button. If you guys are new to this page, like I said, I do all different types of bets. So if you're a degenerate gambler like me and you want to try to make some money and get some good picks, subscribe to the page, guys. Don't miss out. Leave me a comment as well. Let me guys know after the event how you guys been doing on the picks. Let me guys know if you guys disagree with any of my picks, guys. So let's get right into this LFA 194 card, guys. First fight of the night is going to be Kevin Carrier taking on Carlo Ricci. And I'm going to be taking Kevin Carrier, guys. I'm going to be putting him in about a 4 to 5 leg parlay. Guys, he's a very high favorite. He's a minus 900. There's a lot of high favorites on this card, guys, but I do think they're high favorites for a reason. So I do think a lot of them are going to cash this weekend, guys. A lot of them are very good. I watched a lot of tape on them. They're fighting a lot of opponents that are actually not good at all. So yeah, like Kevin Carrier, I do think he's going to end up getting the knockout or submission in this fight. I think he's going to be able to get the finish in the first or second round. Carlos Ricci has a 3-4 record. Like, he is not good. He has more losses than wins. The only wins he has in his whole MMA career against guys that are making their debut, against guys that are honestly not that good at all. Like, this guy is not a good fighter. Kevin Carrier has knockouts. He's fought a lot of competition. His record is about 3-0 in MMA, but at his amateurs, he has a whole bunch of amateur fights against a lot of decent competition. So I think this is going to be a dog walking for Kevin Carrier. I think he's going to go out there and beat up Carlos Ricci easy. I think he's going to be able to get either the knockout or he's going to be able to get the submission as well. Carlos Ricci is on a 4-fight losing streak. He's got knocked out once. He's lost by submissions twice. And he lost a decision, so I do think it's on the board for a submission or a knockout. I think Kevin Carrier is good enough to finish him. So, like I said, guys, I'm going to be adding him to about a 4 or 5 leg parlay. So, Kevin Carrier is going to be the first leg of that parlay, guys. That's going to be the first fight of the night. Alright, guys, it's going to be the second fight of the night. It's going to be Freddy Vidal taking on Mike Kennedy. And it's going to be a wild heavyweight brawl, guys. I think Freddy Vidal is honestly going to knock him out. I'm very confident in Freddy Vidal knocking him out. It is a heavyweight fight, so don't get me wrong. I don't want to sit here and actually say I'm very confident in a heavyweight fight. Because, you know, guys, heavyweight fights, if you guys watch MMA a lot, one shot can knock anybody out. But I do think Freddy Vidal is going to be able to get the takedown right away. I do think he's going to either ground and pound him finish or take his back and get the submission. I think Mike Kennedy's takedown defense is not there. He just swings very wild. His takedown defense is not good at all. Freddy Vidal can either land one of those straight right hands down the pipe and knock him out, or he's going to take him down with ease and start ground and pounding him, probably get a first round finish. I'm going to put him in another parlay, guys. It's going to be 2 separate parlays. So this is going to be another parlay. This is going to be about a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to be putting Freddy Vidal in there. He is about a minus 600 favorite. So yeah, you got to parlay these guys if you guys want to make any money on them. But I do think Freddy Vidal is going to go out there and get a first round knockout. I do think he's going to go out there and just ground and pound him in the first round. Or maybe, guys, he can even take his back, like I said, and maybe get a rear naked choke. But yeah, give me Freddy Vidal, guys. I do think he's way better. So he's going to be in one of my parlays. I'll let you guys know later on who I'm going to be parlaying him with. So the pick for this fight, guys, is Freddy Vidal. Okay, guys, it's going to be the second leg of that parlay I'm going to be putting with Kevin Carrier. It's going to be Vincenzo Ignacioso taking on Derek Patterson. I might have butchered that guy's name, but we're going to be taking Vincenzo, guys. I think he's going to go out there and be able to get the knockout. I think he's a way better striker. I think this guy hits very hard. He's fought way better competition. And Derek Patterson, his record is 1-2. And the only person he's actually beat is a guy that has I think it was 16 losses and 11 wins. So he's fought a guy that's not good. The only guy he's ever beaten. His other 2 guys that he's fought, one of them was making their debut and another one was fighting in very low level. Like, it was in a very low level organization, and he lost. So I don't think Derek Patterson is very good. He doesn't even look like an MMA fighter in his picture. But like we said, guys, we don't want to go by how people look like. But I watched tape on this guy, and he's not that good at all. He's fought very low level competition. He's even lost a very low level competition. Vincenzo has fought low level competition as well, but he is dominating this low level competition. One guy's getting beat by low level competition, and another guy's dominating low level competition. So I do think Vincenzo's going to go out there and either knock him out standing up right away, guys, in the first probably minute or 2 minutes of the fight, or he's going to go out there, take him down, grind him out, wait till he gets tired, and then maybe knock him out in the second round. I do think Vincenzo's on one of the confident plays of the night. He is a minus 350 at the moment, so I'm going to be putting him in the parlay with Kevin Carrier. But I do think he's going to go out there and get the knockout with ease. I don't see a way Derek Patterson wins this fight, so hopefully he cashes for us, guys. So the pick for this fight is going to be Vincenzo Ignacio. Okay, guys, this is going to be the next fight. It's going to be the fight I'm going to be adding to the second leg of that parlay with Freddy Vidal. I'm going to be taking Adam Livingston in this fight, guys. He's taking on Jake Hixenbaugh, and I think Adam Livingston's just a way better fighter. I think Adam Livingston is the guy that's going to go out there and get the takedowns and fight for your money. He's just a dog. He can take a shot. And Jake Hixenbaugh has fought a lot of low-level competition that has fought in very low-level regional scenes, and the fights that you have to find on YouTube that are literally guys filming on their phone and stuff because they don't really have like any real cameras to watch these fights. So I do think Adam Livingston is a guy that's going to be making his way up in the rankings, guys. I do think this guy is one day going to probably be a top 10, top 5 fighter in LFA. That's probably not saying a lot because I don't see him making it to the UFC, or maybe I don't see him even like being a UFC contender, but I do see this guy winning this fight. I do think he's levels above Jake. I think he's fought the way better competition. I think he's going to go out there, take him down, grind him out, land some ground and pound, and probably either get a knockout with the ground and pound, or I do think he's going to win a decision victory. I don't see a way Jake Hixenbaugh stops the takedowns, and even if he does stop the takedowns, I don't think his striking is going to be able to keep up with Adam Livingston. I think Adam Livingston, and even in the stand-up, is a guy that pushes the pace forward. He throws a lot of strikes, so they are wild. They're not very crisp, but they are strikes that he's going to be throwing. So he's going to be even showing that he's putting the output out there for the judges. So either way, either by knockout or decision, I think Adam Livingston's going to get it done. So I'm going to be adding him to the second leg of that parlay, guys, with Freddy Vidal. Okay, guys, this is going to be the next fight. It's going to be Matt Adams taking on Saulo Calvalari. And I'm going to be taking the underdog in Matt Adams, guys. Both these guys are very low level, so it's not a fight you're probably going to have a big investment to. But if you want plus money on this LFA card at a plus 165 at the moment, I'm taking Matt Adams. Saulo Calvalari, he's a boxer, but he's lost to a lot of people. And every single time this guy has fought in an MMA fight, he's looked horrible. He's gassed out. He's fought in bare knuckle. He's looked horrible on bare knuckle. Matt Adams at least has fought in bare knuckle and actually looked pretty decent. He's actually went out there and put up a dog fight. And like I said, guys, I do think this is going to be very low level. I do think it's going to be a stand-up brawl where two guys are just going to be throwing haymakers. But if Matt Adams is smart, guys, he can go out there and take this boxer down easily and just dominate him on the floor. This guy is not good at all. He wasn't good at boxing. He's not good at MMA. I think he's just a guy that's trying to fight to make some money. So they have the favorite in Calvalari in him, but I don't really think he's going to win this fight. Maybe he goes out there and makes me look very, very wrong in this one. But I just think Matt Adams is a guy that is going to go out there, dog walk him, and just not be a guy that's, even if he lands a shot, he's going to have a guy that's in front of him that's not going to go down. It's going to be pushing the pace on you. Has been in more MMA fights and actually looked decent at MMA fights. Has actually looked decent in bare knuckle. And this other guy, Saulo, has looked horrible in both of them. So give me Matt Adams. I don't understand how he's the underdog. So I'm taking Matt Adams on the money line. Like I said, it's two low level fighter guys, but I don't understand how Matt Adams is the underdog. You guys can go check out the records and go watch tape on them, and you guys are going to see the same exact thing as me. But maybe Saulo comes out there and just makes all of us look crazy and my pick look crazy. But I'm taking Matt Adams as underdog in this one, guys. Okay, guys, this is going to be the third leg of that parlay I'm going to be putting with Carrier and I think it's Vincenzo. And I'm going to be taking Austin Vanderford in this one, guys. He's taking on Victor Romero, but Victor Romero has lost almost I think it was 5 of his last 6 fights. This guy, his chin is not there. This guy shouldn't even be fighting him anymore, in my opinion. Austin Vanderford is a guy that's going to go out there and probably land some hard shots on top, take him down, just ground and pound him, or even just get a submission right away. I don't think there's a way Victor Romero wins this fight. Austin Vanderford is over a minus 1,000 favorite, and I understand why. He's fighting in a guy that probably shouldn't even be fighting in MMA anymore. Like I said, he's lost like 5 of his last 6 fights, and the person he's beat is literally horrible. I think he was like 5-23 or something like that. That guy shouldn't even be fighting in MMA anymore. So guys, I'm taking Austin Vanderford. If he goes out there and loses this fight, he should probably quit MMA, because he's fighting a guy that probably should quit MMA as well. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, 5 years ago, 6-7 years ago, guys, maybe Victor Romero was a pretty decent fighter, but he shouldn't be fighting anymore. You lost like 5 of your last 6 fights. You're out there getting knocked out. You're looking very slow. You're not moving your head. You're out there getting caught. You're out there getting taken down. And Austin Vanderford should go out there and dominate this win. He's over minus 1,000 favorite, and I'm gonna be putting him as the third leg of that parlay with Vincenzo and Carrier, guys. I think he's a lock for this one, so add him to that parlay. I think he goes out there and gets the finish however he wants in this one. Alright guys, this is going to be the fourth leg to that parlay. It's going to be Beatriz Mesquita taking on Chanel Butler. And I'm going to be taking Beatriz in this one, guys. I think Beatriz is going to go out there and be able to get the takedown easily and just probably dominate and get a submission victory. She fights with AKA. She's out with the great gym, and she's showing that she has decent wrestling now. Everybody used, if you know her at all, she has great jiu-jitsu. She's one of the jiu-jitsu fighters that's been in a lot of grappling competitions. She's won in a lot of grappling competitions, and now she's transitioning to MMA. She's with the great gym and AKA. She's learning how to get her wrestling involved in it, and she's fighting in a girl in Chanel Butler that's honestly very green, and it's just a girl that looks like she's barely learning MMA, and I think this is going to be a cakewalk for her. Beatriz is a minus 2,500 favorite. She's the biggest favorite on the entire card. I know it's kind of crazy to say you're going to be taking the biggest favorite on the card in women's MMA, but I don't see a way Chanel Butler wins this fight. Maybe if she even keeps this fight standing up, which I don't think she's going to be able to, I think she gets pieced up on the feet as well. Like I said, I think she's very new to MMA. Maybe if she's not, she looks very new to MMA. Her record says she's very new to MMA, and I think Beatriz fighting out of AKA, they're pushing her very slow because they want her to transition to MMA from jiu-jitsu very well. Her jiu-jitsu is already elite. Now she's just getting that wrestling around her, and she's at a great gym just to do it. And I think she's going to go out there, push her, either get a double leg right away or push her up against the fence, take her down, and get a submission right away, guys. I think Beatriz is very levels above her, so she's going to be the fourth leg of that parlay, guys, and I'm very confident in her, so hopefully she cashes for us. Okay guys, in this next fight, it's going to be another parlay I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making a 2-leg parlay with this fight with Lance Lawrence. I'm going to be parlaying him with the next women's fight of the card. But this fight's going to be Jake Bond taking on Lance Lawrence. And like I said, I'm going to be taking Lance Lawrence. I do think this fight's going to be kind of competitive. Lance Lawrence is over a minus 200 favorite. I do believe he's a minus 220 or minus 230. But I do think he's going to go out there and win this fight. It's going to be a competitive fight, but I think Lance Lawrence has fought the better competition. I think he's going to be able to go out there and get the takedowns. He moves around the ring very well, so he doesn't really get caught with any strikes because he's always moving, and when he does come in, he takes you down to the floor right away. Jacob Bond is a guy that tries to stand there with you and bang with you, and he shoots in takedowns sometimes, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the takedowns against someone with Lance Lawrence's wrestling degree. And if Lance Lawrence keeps his fight standing, he's probably going to be one of those guys that just dances around the ring, lances his shots on the outside. But I do think he's going to be able to get this fight to the floor and maybe get a submission victory. I do think it's one of those fights where either he gets a submission right away in the first round because he takes him down, lands some ground and pound, and then probably takes his neck, or he just grinds him out for 3 rounds, lands some strikes standing up, mixes some takedowns, just shows all around MMA skill, and ends up beating Jacob Bond in honestly an all-around skilled fight where he wins the decision. I do think Lance Lawrence, like I said, it's a better fighter than Jacob Bond. Like I said, I do think this fight's going to be a little bit competitive because Jacob Bond is no slouch, guys. He actually is a decent fighter. I don't want to go out there and say Lance Lawrence is probably going to go out there and dog walk him like I said about other people, but I do think Lance Lawrence is going to go out there and just put on all-around MMA skill better than Jacob Bond and get this fight done for us. So like I said, I'm taking Lance Lawrence, and I'm going to be adding him to a 2-leg parlay, guys, with the next women fight on the card. Okay guys, this next fight is going to be the 5th leg of that parlay, the final leg of that parlay with all the high favorites I was telling you guys about. It's going to be Silva taking on Josiah Harell, and I'm going to be taking Josiah Harell, guys. I think Josiah Harell, is going to dominate this fight. He's another one that's over a minus 1,000 favorite. He should go out there either get a knockout right away with the first shot he lands, because Silva cannot take a shot, and he's been getting knocked out by everybody, and the only people he's beating are horrible guys that shouldn't even be fighting in MMA anymore. The guys that probably shouldn't even started fighting MMA. But like I said, Silva is fighting a lot. The only wins he has against horrible guys, and he's not even that good himself. I think Josiah Harell's going to go out there and get the takedown with ease and just dog walk him. I'm talking about completely dominate him on top, just ground and pound him, maybe take his neck, and even if they're standing, he's probably going to drop him with the first shot he takes. So I'm very confident in Josiah Harell in this one, guys. Hopefully he cashes this one for us. He's going to be the last leg of that parlay, with that 5-leg parlay with most of the high favorites on this card, because like I said, I do believe a lot of them are going to cash. So give me Josiah Harell in this one, and I think he finishes his fight however he wants to. Okay, guys, this next fight is going to be the second leg of that parlay. I'm going to be putting him with Lance Lawrence. And let me say right now, I'm not going to be putting that much money on that 2-leg parlay, because I do think Lance Lawrence fight is going to be competitive. And I do think this one's going to be competitive as well. So if you guys want to go take the underdog shot in either one of those fights, it might possibly hit, because I'm telling you, like, it's going to be competitive fights. But I do want to be on the favorite side, because I do end up... I'm not here to tell you guys I'm going to give you underdog shot when I don't think they're going to win, just because I think they're going to put up a good fight. Like, yeah, I know, I understand that's value, but I'm here to give out picks. I'm here to give you guys who I think is going to win. And I'm not going to go and bet my money on someone I don't even think is going to win the fight. So, like I said, I'm not going to be putting too much on this 2-leg parlay, but it's going to be a 2-leg parlay for you guys, because I do think the favorites are going to end up winning. This fight's going to be Gigi Canuto taking on Urshirley Kessie. And I'm going to be taking Gigi in this one, guys. I think she's going to go out there and get a takedown and just show off her jiu-jitsu skills. I think Kessie is a fighter that's already up there in age, and she's not really getting better anymore. She's about like over 30 years old at this point, and she's not really getting better with her skills. She's just a journeywoman at this point. I think she's a decent fighter, but I don't think she's going to be going anywhere further in her career. I think Gigi Canuto is a young fighter that is a girl that's coming up. She's still learning. She's getting better with every single fight, and I usually like to fade the older fighters in a situation. When you have a young girl that's actually showing a lot of skills, that's learning every single fight and showing that she's getting better, against a girl that's already up there in age, and she is already not in the level that I'm pretty sure she wanted to be at, and now I don't think she's learning as much anymore. So I'm going to be adding Gigi Canuto to that 2-leg parlay, guys. I think she's going to end up winning this fight, just showing that she's a better all-around MMA fighter, and she's just younger, and she's getting better with every single fight. And I'm going to be adding her to that parlay, guys. Like I said, it's going to be with Lance Lawrence. I'm not going to be putting too much on it, but yeah, Gigi Canuto is going to be the pick for this fight. Okay, guys, in this next fight, it's going to be the 3rd leg of that parlay. I'm going to be putting with Vidal and, I can't remember who I'm putting with the other one. I think it's Vidal and Livingston. Livingston's the 2nd leg of that parlay, guys. I'm going to be I don't want to butcher his name. I'm just going to call him Ulu. I think I'm going to be adding Ulu. If you guys look at the cards, I mean, any of the betting apps, I think it's said as Abdibait. I don't know how to say his name. I'm just going to call him Ele Ulu. That's what I'm going to call him. That's his nickname. He's taking on Eric Votti, and I think Ele Ulu is going to go out there and get this fight done for us, guys. I think he's going to go out there and get the takedowns and just dominate, get a decision victory over and over again. I don't think Votti has a takedown defense. He's one of those guys that gets taken down and tries to play guard from the bottom, and he's not going to be able to get a submission in someone in Ulu. I think Ulu is going to be out there to be on top most of this fight, landing ground and pound, and he might even get a submission himself. But I do think Votti is going to be able to defend most of the submissions, because he has good jiu-jitsu himself. But I do think he's going to be on the bottom for most of this fight, taking ground and pound and just getting control for most of this fight. So give me Ulu as the 3rd leg of that parlay with Livingston and Vidal. I do think he's going to go out there, like I said, win this probably win the decision victory, but he controls the fight most of the time, and I'm very confident in him probably winning this fight. So give me him as the 3rd leg of that parlay, guys. Okay, guys, this is going to be the co-main event. I'm going to be making a 2-leg parlay with the co-main event and the main event. It's going to be Akhtamov-Magomedov, I think it is, or Akhtamov taking on Stockman. And I'm going to be taking Akhtamov, guys. I think he's going to go out there and get the takedowns and just land on the harder strikes. Scotty Tuckman is nobody's, guys. This guy is... Honestly, his record is kind of a fraud. Like, the only people he's beat are horrible guys that are having flagged in typology that shouldn't even be fighting, are guys that probably have thrown fights and not even lying. Like, typology has flagged this guy for the wins he has, and I don't think Stockman's honestly a good fighter. I think he's a guy that goes out there and just wins fights because he sets up these easy wins. But every time he fights anybody that is decent, not even good, just decent, they beat him. And I do think Akhtamov is actually a really good fighter. I think he's going to go out there and probably knock him out or either get a submission right away. I do think this guy is fought very good competition compared to Scotty Stockman, and I do think it's going to be an easy win for him. I'm very confident in him. I don't like these guys that go out there and schedule these easy-ass fights and then where typology even flags you for your wins. So give me Akhtamov, guys, as the 1st leg of that parlay, and I'm going to be adding him to a parlay with the main event. Okay, guys, this next fight is going to be the main event. I'm going to be adding it, like I said, to a 2-leg parlay. It's going to be the second leg. It's going to be Akhtamov-Magomedov taking on Alfonso Leyva, and I'm going to be taking Magomedov in this one, guys. I think Magomedov has decent striking. I think he's going to go out there and get the takedowns with easy, though. I think there's no reason to strike with Alfonso Leyva when you're going to be able to take him down at will. If Elyssia Leyva is going to win this fight, guys, he's going to probably have to keep the distance and land one of those straight right hands down the middle, because like his nickname says, he's a sniper. He's one of those guys that try to land those straight sniping shots where you don't even see them, kind of like those Sean O'Malley shots or those Kevin Holland shots that you don't really see coming with straight right hands or straight left hands. But I do think Magomedov is going to be able to take him down over and over again. I don't think Leyva's takedown defense is that good. I think Khan's going to be able to get a submission victory or just win by decision, just because all the takedowns and top control he's going to have. I do think most likely he could get a decision victory, but the submission is right there as well, guys, because Alfonso Leyva is most likely going to gas out in this fight. This fight is an interim title fight, so I do think this fight's going to be about 5 rounds. So I do think Leyva's going to end up gassing out after he has to stop all the takedowns. He ends up on the bottom, and Magomedov's going to probably get submitting him later in the fight or getting a decision victory. So Magomedov's going to be the play, guys. I'm going to be adding him to the second leg of that parlay with the co-main event. And yeah, guys, that is it for LFA 194, guys. Like I said, we are back to making our videos. So like I said in the beginning of the video, just click that like button and subscribe to the page. Don't miss out on all of our videos we are coming, guys. I'm out of here. I got more videos to make for you guys. A lot of events coming this weekend, so I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow posting a whole bunch of more videos, guys.